All right, people. It's 6 a.m. right now. I think it's the third day of summer break. Finished my finals. Got finished 0.7% above average on my differential equations final. That one was the one I was really worried about. So that was just freaking fantastic. Just you know, getting up there a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like a teeny minuscule little bit. But yeah, going out to this Inspire tour, or it's called the Aspire tour. It's down in Denver, so I got about an hour drive ahead of me, but it should be interesting. They're gonna have some speakers talking about business strategy, personal growth, and hopefully there will be some good networking opportunities, see if I meet any interesting people, and I'll keep you guys kind of updated on what's going on. Also, just if there's like confusion, if you're watching these things in order, episode 1 and 2 I actually just filmed yesterday, and episode 2 and 3 take place before that. So episode 2 is kind of like an update of my plan as it is right now, and not kind of like where I was starting at. But yeah, I just did that because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this series when I first filmed that first episode. And over the last few weeks, I've gotten more clarity. I kind of know where I want to take it, what I want to do with it. So I wanted to make a better introduction video that really describes that better. So yeah, we'll see what this Aspire tour is like. I'll tell you guys a couple of my takeaways, what I learned from it, and if I make any cool connections. See you guys there. All right, just got to the convention center, looking spiffy as fuck. See how this goes. Hopefully, do a little meet and greet. I'll let you guys know what kind of takeaways I have, what I learned. So that was a pretty cool experience, seeing these very successful people, kind of seeing into their lives. I think one of the biggest takeaways for me was just seeing actual rich people and seeing that they're not these crazy greedy bastards that a lot of people my age kind of make them out to seem. When they're up there talking, they kind of showed how all these businesses they're building, they're able to generate a bunch of wealth, and they're able to funnel that wealth into building other businesses that solve more problems for more Americans. And in addition to that, they're also able to start nonprofits and donate to nonprofits to go and build villages and houses and wells and schools in other countries that are less fortunate than ours. And it kind of made me think, like, honestly, like, fuck all of the yahoos in college that are out here like, money doesn't matter, and like everybody's trying to make all this wealth, it's just a greedy fuck. Anyway, I think that was a pretty big takeaway, just seeing the positive impact that generating wealth can have, and that it's important to not see money as evil, not see it as something that's, you know, if you want money, you're just greedy, but see it as an opportunity and see attaining it as a game. So different attitude on wealth. The second thing was kind of in the vein of contentment, and I've always been a little skeptical about ideas of contentment, because a lot of times I think it translates into complacency, where people don't want to put the right amount of effort in order to get the things that they want, because there are things that we want, but sometimes it means that we have to overcome fear, or we have to get some grit in our life in order to attain that thing, and that's valuable. I think a lot of meaning in life comes from that. And so I think a lot of people use this idea of like being content as a way to kind of repress the reality that they're not going after the things they desire because they're too afraid to, or because they're too weak to, or because they're too lazy to. And that sucks. But this alternative perspective on contentment I find very compelling. Basically what one of the speakers was saying is the emotions that you default to right now are the same emotions that you're going to default to later. And so essentially what that means is, look, you know, if you're trying to make money right now and you use like stress and anxiety and fear to fuel you towards your successes, or you're constantly getting worried about things, and you let those emotions kind of inflate or deflate or distort your thinking, that's not going to change when you get money. You're going to get money, and then you're going to freak out. Well, actually, first you're going to be like, oh, now all my worries are gone. Now I'm good. Now I'm chilling. But then you're going to resort back to that default emotion, and you're going to go, oh shit, I have all this money. Now I don't have those worries, but now I have new worries. Now I have the worry of keeping the money. And then you'll start to get your thoughts distorted, and you're going to start freaking out. And you're not going to make, you're not going to be able to make as good of decisions as you otherwise could. And then you're living a life of worry and stress and fear. And that fucking sucks. I think that translates to a lot of areas of life. I think it translates to women. I think a lot of guys will be talking to girls, and then they get all like anxious about how it's going to turn out, and they think, oh, once I like get the girl, then I'm not going to be anxious. And then they get the girl, and then they're anxious that they'll lose her. And it's like, that's fucking ridiculous. I know a lot of guys think that once they get married, they'll stop cheating, and it's like, no. You gotta master that now. I think the same goes for friendships. And I think when you're trying to develop yourself, and you're trying to start an online business perhaps, or you're trying to stop partying, you have to kind of look at the friends that you have, and you have to reassess. You have to go, okay, are these people really the healthiest thing for me right now? And a lot of times that might not be the case, and so you have to push those friends away. But a problem that can occur when you start doing that is you stop paying attention to the things that you have to be grateful for about your friends, and you start looking out into the world and you go, oh, I want to be friends with that guy. I want to be friends with that guy because they're high achieving individuals. And that's great. You have to do that. But you have to make sure that you don't fall into this thought pattern or this mental pattern of focusing on the negative qualities of your friends because you're trying to determine whether or not they're high quality or high value. And I think ultimately what that comes down to is an attitude of gratitude. If you don't have an attitude of gratitude now, once you get the things that you think you're going to be grateful for later, once you get there, you're not going to be grateful for them. Something I do worry about sometimes is, okay, well, if I'm super grateful for this thing, then when it goes away, well, then I'm going to be over attached to it, and I'm going to be like, oh shit, now I don't have that thing, and now I'm fucking depressed because I don't have it. So I think it's more a matter of mastering gratitude and not a matter of having the things that you're grateful for. It's about wanting what you have, not having what you want.